Dear you, do you ever wish you could send a message to your younger self? Do you ever feel like you're not making them proud? Do you want to make them proud, but you're not sure how? Are you someone that wants to be ambitious, start a new journey, but not sure where to start? If this is you and you answered yes to any of these questions, you are in the right place because I got some great women that can help you out with this, okay? Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hi.
So if y'all don't know who this is Zaqualia and Brianny. So Zaqualia is the ultimate it girl that radiates her fierce energy through her talented makeup skills. A girl boss that refuses to work a 9 to 5 because she'd rather make more money and make other women feel pretty, all while creating content that centers her soft girl lifestyle. Hey girl.
Okay.
You like how
Too good.
It was so good.
You
I
just
love
said
it.
everything. I was like, oh wow.
Okay. And then my girl Brianny.
Hi.
Brianny, she is the kind of woman that is unapologetically herself. The kind of person that is willing to lend a helping hand for another, whether it's being a listening ear to her client, aka me,
Yes.
or helping aspiring cosmetologists build their businesses. You can count on someone like her to show up with her best foot forward.
Thank
My
you.
girls, welcome. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Not only is this, my second episode, but my first guest episode. And I'm so happy that y'all reached out to me because we're here.
I
I'm
know.
excited.
How do you guys feel? Welcome.
I'm excited, but I'm nervous. It's like, oh, the
Yeah, I'm nervous too.
I'm like, what am I gonna say? Don't talk too much. Don't say too much. But like make it interesting.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like. But I'm overall excited. Like I'm ready to see what questions you got going on, what
Okay.
conversations we're gonna talk about.
Yes,
so.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I've always wanted to be on a podcast. And when I was sitting with my client, I'm like, oh, I should buy like a little mic and do like a mini podcast for like my suite and things like that.
should.
So I'm like, this is inspiration
Yes.
to actually do it because I actually haven't done it.
That
But I was
would be-
thinking about it. I was
that
like,
would be dope.
I want to do it.
Yeah, maybe this could be your inspiration, the motivation. to
Yes,
do that.
the
Because I
motivation.
will say that, like I said, I told in my first episode, I've been wanting to do a podcast, but I didn't say this in my first episode. But what kind of like sparked that motivation was when I was on my friend Tamara King. Shout out you,
Yes,
girl.
I've
Her
seen it.
You seen it? That podcast right there was. I was like, I gotta do this. Like, what am I waiting for? And Tamara,
Yeah.
girl, if you are watching, thank you, girl. Because she is that girl that'll be like, girl, do it.
Yeah.
So, do it.
I know.
Just do it.
I'm going to, because I'm a yapper. I'm a
You are a
yapper at
yapper.
heart. So
One thing about
I need
us, we gon' yap.
exactly.
Darn, when I'm getting my lashes. Okay, so
Yes.
before we get into who we
Yeah.
are and stuff, Brianny, she is a lash tech and she is also starting to get into brows.
Yeah.
And Brianny, Instagram is Blux.
Yeah, Belix Co.
Blux Co. Okay, and Zaqualia here, she is the makeup artist.
Yes.
Is there anything else you do besides makeup? No, right? Just
Content
makeup
creation.
and content creation, like for yourself.
Honestly, I feel like I do everything. I'm a
Period.
model,
Yes.
I'm a
Oh,
content
yes,
creator, I'm an
you
editor,
are.
part-time YouTuber.
Yes.
Like, I haven't made a
Yes.
YouTube video in a minute, but hey, we still there. Yeah, I feel like I do like a little bit of everything where I can be
Yeah.
creative. I feel like I'm a very creative person, but I'm also a
Yeah.
perfectionist, so it's just like,
That's
Yeah.
so real.
ugh.
Yeah. So what's also special about y'all two is that we went to high school together.
Yeah.
Shout out my old Bryant heads.
Okay.
And Jada, who's behind the
Oh,
scenes.
OB Pride.
OB Pride. Go OB. OB Tigers?
Yes.
That's what it was?
Yes.
Go
Yes. Yes.
Tigers. Speaking about high school, I want to go down memory lane because I don't remember the last time I think any of us were in a room together.
Yeah.
So I guess my first question is, what was high school like for you guys? We're sending a message to our younger selves. So I think it's only right if we go back to what that was like in high school. So what do you remember it as? Post-COVID, during COVID, anything?
I feel like COVID cut our experience short. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I had a bad high school experience,
Yeah.
but it was like, it was all leading up to like that senior year, and it was
Yes.
just like bye.
Took it away from
it
us.
just snatched it
I
away,
was
and I'm
ready
just
to live
like,
my High School Musical dream.
Like,
Yes.
I was for prom, like junior prom, I already had a dress.
Girl,
I already
you
had
did?
yes.
ready for you
Girl,
got your dress.
I had a date. Me too.
I was ready.
Baby, I was
I was
ready.
so mad.
And I was like, you know.
I did not have a dress.
I was so disappointed.
I was
and then it
prepared.
also made me mad because our junior year, which is when COVID started, I was going to somebody's senior prom, and I was like, oh, I'm about to eat these
Oh, you
girls.
thought you was grown.
Girl, I was like, deal. They said, no prom for you. I said, oh, okay. Too excited.
It kind of goes back into it, but how did COVID, affect
my
y'all
gosh.
experience? I know I can speak for myself too. Like, I was sad. I like when it's like 2 weeks off, girl.
Literally,
2 years forever.
literally.
2 years forever off. Like never come again.
Yeah.
Y'all are done.
Yeah, I think it kind of just, when we went to the COVID world, especially in high school, like there's so many memories you're looking forward to as a teenager being stripped away from you. It's just like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, like what was a moment that you were looking forward to? I know y'all said prom, but didn't get to experience.
I kind of just wanted to do the whole senior year.
Yeah,
Like, I
literally.
feel like
Pep rally.
Like everything. We had so many events that we missed out on to do like our last bang. And like, how you're in charge of pep rally when you're a senior. You're in charge of certain things when you're a senior. And it was just like, damn, we couldn't even do it how we wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like we experienced everybody else's senior year.
Yeah.
We never had our own.
Right.
Yeah, it was just taken away from us, and I feel like I had so much, like I had an idea of what it was gonna be like, because everyone,
it's like a fever dream.
yeah, like everyone waits, like when you're in freshman year, you're just waiting to get to senior year, like it's just like that's what you have in your head the whole time when you're gonna go to prom, you're gonna graduate, because even our graduation was like,
honestly, I'm happy that graduation.
It was cute and not in a building, but it was like. It was still because of COVID. It was still like limited.
Enough.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah, so for background context, y'all. So our graduation was in Fenway Park.
And I thought we were in the field.
I thought we was gonna be in the field.
That's what I wanted to do.
Girl, we was in the bleachers.
Like that disappointed me.
Like we wasn't even in the Green Monster.
Yo,
Girl, we was in the
nosebleeds.
nosebleeds.
I thought the bleachers were for our friends and family.
No,
I thought we were gonna be on the floor. Like we not even on the floor.
I was so disappointed. I was like, okay.
It was
very sad.
Oh my god.
It's very sad. And you know what also pissed me off? Why did because this is always a thing, like mispronouncing somebody's name.
Oh my gosh.
Why did I purposely go up to whoever was calling out our names and I told her how to say my name. I go up, she reads my name, reads it wrong. I said, okay. Well, I know we've been out of school for a while, but
they
like,
had to play with my name. Well, they had no choice.
Yeah.
You were speaking.
You were
I was
speaking.
senior president.
Yeah.
And I don't like saying that because it makes me feel like, yeah, guys, I'm a senior president.
No,
it was never like that though.
I swear.
No.
Wait, so how was that for you? Because since you was senior president and then you didn't really like get to do anything, or do you feel like that?
That's a good question, Grilla. I didn't even think about that. I think honestly, if we hadn't had COVID, I don't think I would have been senior president.
Really? Why?
Really? Because honestly, I think 2020 sparked a lot of motivation. And, like it was like the peak of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, I was there too.
Presidential election. And I was just so like, oh, I'm ready to fight. Like, I'm ready to be an advocate. Like,
I was over there protesting. I'm over here posting. Like
I'm posting, repost warrior. I honestly think that if it hadn't been for COVID, I don't think I would have been senior president, but I'm grateful for how it played out. And eventually, I know BPS, Boston Public Schools, ended up allowing certain students to come back to school with a hybrid schedule. So I kind of took advantage of that as president to kind of just get on
You went back?
She did. I remember. No, baby, I was in my bed.
They said you want to come back Monday, Tuesday, and then go be home. I said no.
Girl, I was ready.
I was
I'm already
working.
doing it all online.
I was miserable.
I did not like that. I was working during COVID. I wasn't one of those lucky people that had unemployment checks and stuff like that.
I thought if you was employed before COVID, you can apply to get.
You had to be if you had a job like before you were 16 or something. Like if you had those type. But I never worked until like I was 16, 17 or something. So they didn't do that for me.
Girl, I was collecting the stimulus checks.
Yeah, a lot of people were.
I said, oh my God,
I couldn't do that, so I actually had to work. I worked during COVID, like before, after, like even like when you had to like, even when a lot of things weren't open. I was
a hard life.
I was working,
I was stuck on this.
so I was like talking.
I would be like, go down a track. No, that's not.
No, yeah,
I feel like this is such a broad.
Oh my
question,
gosh, I was a nerd.
Let's remember how we are in high school. If you're comfortable with describe what she was like, and how you're different today.
I'm a little more confident, and
are.
I don't know. I feel like that's it. I feel like I'm pretty much the same. Like I'm still nerdy and like everything like that. So I don't know. What do you think?
I think, from like French class and like OB days, you were very like soft spoken to yourself, but then you could hear that laugh from a mile away. She wasn't lying.
Girl, I like anywhere. Even in the convention I was like, last week, there was nobody laughing, and I'm here like, and I'm looking around, I'm like, let me shut up.
Yeah, and what's special about Brianny is that I also went to college with her before she transferred. So we went to UMass together just for like 2 seconds. But it was still, we went into college together. Yeah. And I feel like also like, on the topic of COVID too, we transitioned from, high school, COVID life, and then we jumped into college.
Literally.
And by the time we got into college, it was already like the mask mandates were lifted. We were like F social distance, because what is that? We was in them lectures, we still had to have the masks, but I think it was encouraged, not mandatory.
Yeah, because there were some people without the masks.
Yeah, and then them frat parties.
Remember we went to that frat party?
Oh my God.
And they were kissing, making out, and everything. And we're like, it's still COVID times. Like
it was gross. Yeah. And like oh my God, they were getting crunk to hey there, Delilah.
Yes.
Like these people.
I want to know like y'all college experience, because I just feel like Amherst is so far out there that it's so a different world.
Like, it is a different. I felt like I was in my own. Like it was a city in itself. The college, I felt like it was its own city. Like that's how big it is.
And I loved it. I think I knew what I wanted going into college, and that was definitely like I wanted to be away and not in a city. Because I feel like it kind of tears away from like the campus life and campus engagement, because there were a lot of good schools that I got accepted to in Boston, but they didn't really have a campus, and I really wanted that college lifestyle. I'm just coming back from COVID, like being trapped in my room, my 4 walls every day. Like I want something big. I want something that says Beyonce.
I ended up going to UMass Boston my first year, and I always wanted to leave home. I always wanted to leave Boston, go to another state, whatever the case may be. And going to UMass Boston, I felt like I settled, and I was so disappointed in that, because it was just like, girl, you're never one to settle. Like, you're always going to go for what you want. So it was just like, the fact that you settled for this was kind of disappointing, because this is the next 4 years, and this is going to be the start to your new, your new life. So I'm just like, okay, transferred first year, got into Temple, gone. Didn't think 2 more seconds about it. I was gone. Because UMass Boston, they valued research. So they valued their international students coming and doing research and stuff like that. So there lacked a lot of school spirit. There wasn't a lot of things to do, events, and I wanted to be more involved and
like a community.
That. Yeah. But to circle back around, I think
how was Temple?
Temple was amazing. Yeah, circle back around. Temple was amazing. I feel like I grew in a way that I would have never grown in Boston, because I didn't have to speak for myself, advocate for myself, and put myself in certain places that I wanted to be that there was no word of me in.
Right.
So it was just like a lot of stepping up out of my shell.
Yeah.
And that changed me to be the person I am today, because in high school I feel like I was a lot more quiet, and I was a little rude because I was seeing like, I was very rude actually.
Damn.
This is key, girl. Huh? Self-awareness is key.
Yeah, and I feel like everybody has their,
key.
you know, like if I can't say that I grown, then I'm just the same person. I'd rather have seen like, oh, you was a, you know, bitching, but now I'm a little less of a bitch sometimes.
Exactly.
You know? So it's just like, it's not that bad.
I think what I caught from what you said from that was really important was, you know, like as first gen students, we didn't really have that support. We didn't have that. So, you know, like you're entering a different kind of world with no guidance, the college world.
Yeah.
And I think for me, and we're gonna like, you know, tie into like where you guys are now, because I feel like this is a good transition, because, you know, going into college, you know, you said you felt like you settled and you felt like you didn't really think that UMass Boston was going to be the place for you to grow. And I totally get that.
Yeah.
I think for me, you know, like as first gen student, I also didn't really have the help. Like, you know, I had family members that went to college, but, you know, like my parents didn't go to college.
Yeah.
So it was like, and then in the COVID world, you kind of had to like advocate for yourself, kind of had to put yourself out there. You didn't really know what you wanted. And I feel like in my mind, I knew what I wanted, and I had so many expectations for myself, like you said, and I don't think I settled at all. Like, I'm very happy with how I ended up and where I ended up, and I'm so grateful for that. So I guess what I'm trying to say now is y'all knew where y'all were going into college, where y'all were, you know, in high school. Where are you guys now? I know you guys started your businesses, you know, Final Touch by Z, B-Lux Co. Like, what was that like for you? How did that journey start? You know, let's bring it back to the early days.
Well, I started doing makeup during COVID. Like, that's what was, like, I guess my outlet.
You did my makeup for senior pictures.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. I remember this. Okay.
Period. I was like, damn, do they like it? Like, even to this day, I'd be like, are you sure? Do you like it? Are you sure? Are you sure? Do you like it? Are you sure?
Like, I be looking back at I was actually looking at my pictures the other day. Like, you know, I be scrolling through my own phone. I was like, my makeup is tea.
No, it looked really good. I remember.
I'm glad that, like, you know, even now you can say that. Like,
you
it
are
really
always
means a lot.
talented. I'll give you that. Like, I'll give you everything. I'll give you all your flowers that you deserve.
Thank you. No,
but no, you are very talented, and I'm happy that started for you in high school. So continue.
Yeah. So I started in high school, and I feel like my mom was a real big motivator because, like, I kind of lacked the confidence because it was something new. And with doing makeup, it's kind of like you have to please your customer because at the end of the day, like, she can like her wing and I can hate her wing. But as long as she likes the wing that she has on her eye, I did my job.
Exactly. Yeah. If you like it, I love it.
So it was kind of like really hard with just like starting it up and having the confidence. But once my mom literally bought me my whole inventory. Like everything, yes. So it was just like she really, and it was kind of like, I can't just waste her money. Like, you know?
Yeah, so that's a big motivator right there.
It was
she saw the potential in you.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, so it was like, I'm forever grateful for her for doing that for me and just helping me in that way because it was just like, this is something I can take however far, like, you know, that I choose. Yeah. And it's just like, I don't think that without that, I probably would have never, like, took it as serious.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that. I low-key forgot the question.
I think it was just like, how did those what does those early days look like for you? Like, how did, like, when did you,
or your journey?
When was the birth of Final Touch by Z and B-Lux Co? Like let's keep it as simple as that. And I think, you know, like, we graduated 4 or 5 years ago. Like, are you where you thought you'd be, essentially? Like, did you think that you were gonna have the small business? And she looks at me, and I look at her.
No.
Did you? Like,
no.
When did you start?
Mine started freshman year of college.
Okay.
I was also a client.
Yes, she was like one of my first clients.
You was just getting in there early.
Girl, I said early. One thing about me, I'm
literally
gonna be like $3.99 discount. Oh, I'm there.
Yes. So when I first started, I didn't really think about like doing it at all. Like, I would always get it done, but I was like, oh my God, like, this takes so long to do. Like, I don't think I would be able to do this. And then I was getting my nails done and I was talking to the girl and I was just like, I always like found it interesting, but like, I don't know, it's just, and she was just like, no, go for it. Like, just do it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna see. And then I was talking to my friend at the time that was doing lashes, and she was helping me a lot, because she was like, okay, if you want to do this, like get all these things from Amazon and just like practice. So I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna practice. And I actually liked practicing it. Like, I like doing new things, because it's like I'm not competitive, but like I like pushing myself.
Yeah, you're passionate.
Yeah, I like pushing myself, and it's like, okay, if I put it in my head that I'm doing this, like I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna try to do it at like give my 100%. So then I was just like doing it for months, like literally months after class or in my dorm, just lashing. And my roommate Christina, she was there looking or going to sleep, and I'm just there like. And I would watch YouTube videos. Yes, and I would watch YouTube videos. And
oh my God, I remember.
She was probably like, "Damn, this girl don't never go to sleep."
Brianny, she was a hustler. Like, I'm talking when she didn't have the equipment, she was like, "Girl, we gotta do your lashes on your bed."
Yes,
we was on my high bed,
Twin XL,
and on that Twin XL,
even.
Even then, like, she was like, lay down, and she had her legs wrapped
girl,
around
mind
me,
you,
like,
I barely knew what I was doing.
I was like, yeah, girl.
She was getting it done.
Yes, even when I went into school, I was like, I had no job or anything, and I was like, the first thing I did, I was like, okay, I'm going to studio unit and trying to find something, because I need to work. Like, I need to work.
They didn't give you guys a work study?
I found a work study, basically, but then that was like, what, $200 every 2 weeks or something? I was like, what is that going to do for me? It's not going to do anything for me. So yeah, that's when I started. Yeah, exactly. That's when I started, and then I just started falling in love with it like more and more every time. I just kept going, but it was a lot. Like when I first started, I was so discouraged, because I was like, "Oh my God, this is not perfect." I'm a perfectionist, so like I literally cried one time because, like I think my tweezer wasn't working because the glue was getting stuck, but I wasn't educated enough to know what was going on because I didn't take the course yet before. Like, it's just practicing, and I was like so frustrated, and I couldn't finish her set, and I was like, I'm sorry, like. Because it's been so long, and I had to go drive back to Boston. It was the weekend, and I was like, I'll just redo it when you come back. And I was literally on my way crying. I'm on the phone like, she hates it, and I was just like, oh my gosh. But then I still kept going. No, she was like, she knew I was a beginner. She was like, girl, it's fine. It was me. Like, I'm very hard on myself.
We're always hard on
I feel like clients really surprise me a lot.
Yes,
like their understanding and all that stuff. Like, it really like. It surprises me, but it also is like very heartwarming because it's just like, damn, like
like you believe
I'm
in
just
me.
a girl too. Like, oh my
We're
God.
all just girls, guys.
Yeah.
So what was that like for you? You know, you said you started in high school. Like, did you do makeup in Temple? Like, did you take a pause? When did you know that this talent can be turned into like your business?
Yeah.
Because you said F like, for 9 to 5.
No, girl, I hate a 9 to 5. You can't, like,
me
even,
too.
Even now, I hate going to work. Like, I don't know. It's just something about it. Just
same. I literally after
I can't do it.
After that beauty supply job, 9 to 5 was never seeing me. But maybe it will in the future. But
so I actually ended up falling. So I started. And it was kind of rocky start. Like, obviously, stuff's not going to go, like, perfect as planned once you first start or whatever. You know, you have to go through stuff or whatever the case may be. I started then, like, you know, I wasn't getting that many clients. I would do makeup here and there, but it wasn't nothing serious.
Yeah.
And then I ended up, like, falling out of love with makeup. Like, I was just like, I don't want to do this. No booking site, not replying to no DMs, nothing. I was just like, no. And then I went to Temple, and I was a part of an organization called Pump Modeling. Like, it was a modeling troupe, urban modeling troupe. And there was this one girl, her name is India, and I still talk to her to this day. I fucking love her. Oh, I'm so sorry. I love her. So, and she was like, we had a ball, and a ball is basically like a competition or whatever.
I thought you said we had a ball. Like,
no. It's like, so basically they have like runway, like shows kind of. It's not like a traditional runway, but it's like you compete for like certain titles. So they call it a ball. So we had one of those, and she was competing, and she was like, oh, girl, can you do my makeup? Because I was like, I was on campus and stuff, but I didn't have all my supplies, so I didn't feel like I could properly give you a service and charge you for something that like I didn't have everything for. So and when she told me, because I still had my page up and everything, but it just wasn't as consistent and stuff. So when she asked me, I was like, girl, like, I want to be completely honest with you, because we already like developed a friendship, and I was like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I don't got all this stuff. Like, I have the makeup for sure, but the lighting and the chair, you know, it's a little ghetto. She was like, girl, just do it. And I was like, all right, cool. And she loved it. And I was like, all right, cool. Aww. So then once I came back and I realized that, like, oh, you're not going back to Temple, like, then I was just like, something got to shake. Like, you need to make something work, because we're not going to just be sitting here doing nothing and not building nothing. So it was just like, build your business. Like, what are you doing? What's occupying your time from not getting serious about something? So that's just, I guess that's how it happened.
So did you stop going to school?
So I didn't like completely cold cut school off. I came back. Yeah, so basically I didn't end up going back because I couldn't register for classes, because I wasn't able to get my balance paid, basically. Like, I was going to the financial aid office, because my mom was like, she told me literally before, once I told her I got into Temple, because she was paying for UMass Boston. And once I got into Temple, I was like, oh, I'm leaving. And she's like, okay, if you leave, I'm not paying for school no more. I said,
oh, mama's strict.
I said, oh, okay. I said, okay. But it just didn't make no sense to me, because it was just like, I don't know why that was like, you know, like, what is it, an ultimatum or whatever. So I was like, okay, whatever. But I know this is something that I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to go to Temple. It was something like, even till this day, I'll tell you, like, I don't know, for some reason, I feel like I was meant to go to Temple all along. And I was just like, I have to go. Even though I don't know how shit's going to get paid for, I'm going. I have to be there. So, and it wasn't even like the party life that excited me, anything like that. It was just to be there. Like, you know, I just felt like I had to be there. Like, something was there for me. Like, it was just meant to be. So I went, even though I didn't know how I was getting paid, nothing. I went, and every day I was in that Bursar's office, whatever the office is called. I went to advisors. I was applying to scholarships, all that stuff. And it was just so stressful, because it was just like, I knew at the end of the day, if I didn't get this paid, I'm not coming back.
I think it's so interesting hearing that, you know, you guys have these talents and you realize it at a young age, you know, like high school, college, you're young. And then balance, I feel like nowadays people don't really realize, unless you are in that, you know, pair of shoes, that it's a lot. You know, like having to build your clientele up, having to go to your classes and make sure that you're studying and getting those grades in, because at the end of the day, you paying to be here.
And even figuring out how to pay to be there and go to the class.
Like, damn. It's a different kind of stress. It's a different kind of stress. And I think what I commend you guys for doing that, you know, like, I've known you guys since high school, and I see where you guys are today. You guys, like, I wouldn't have been able to tell. Like,
really? Thanks.
I mean, like,
I'm like, girl, I'm so right now.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I know at the end of the day, like, we all got bills to pay and stuff. But I think what I'm, like, you know, my overall message is, kudos to y'all for realizing that I got to do more. Because a lot of, you know, kids and teens and young adults our age kind of get burned out. With, you know, trying to maximize, you know, their free time with something else, and, you know, something got to give, you know, like you said, like, something got to give. $200 every 2 weeks is not cutting it, you know. And I think, you know, for anyone that's watching, if you are in college, or if you're thinking about college and you're like, how am I going to pay for this? I'm going to always say this: use those resources. Use those resources and ask for it. And I feel like if you are a first gen student, I think that's also, like, take advantage of that, because you'd be surprised how many opportunities you will receive as a first gen student.
And they're not gonna advertise it.
You gotta look for it. You gotta look for it.
That this thing is here. You will never know that the money is there. But the money, let me tell you something, the money is always there. As many times that they tell you the money is not there, the money is always there.
Always there. They got money.
They have money.
And I think essentially what I love about these kinds of conversations, you know, like from woman to woman, and also like first gen student to first gen student, we have a lot of these conversations in spaces that aren't really publicized. You know, not a lot of people acknowledge that these are the hardships that we go through as college kids, as young adults, period. And I feel like now, like I was saying in my first episode, Gen Z is at a state where we're like, we don't know where we stand economically.
But also, I feel like, sorry to cut you off, there's not like, I don't know, the spaces to talk about it. It's not a friendly space to talk about it.
Well, maybe this is why we're here,
a lot of,
right?
Like, as far as like to the people, like to like your parents and your family, people that could probably help you in a certain way, they don't make it like something open to talk about. Like it's always like a subject, like, you know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, totally see that. You're
maybe from
yourself.
maybe from like myself, like. Maybe that's probably like a reason why a lot of people don't talk about it, or is not as like broadly
probably
yes. So it's just like maybe it's just because like people don't make it like an easy subject to talk about.
I feel like the older generations and the generations that don't go to college, they obviously want you guys to do better than them, and I think that push is like they push you, but they don't really know where to push you.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like when, you know, my parents and stuff, they were very, very persistent about getting my education.
Yeah.
But I didn't know, you know, like what was best for me. You know, like I always stressed about money. Like till this day, I stress about money.
Yeah. I feel like for me, like I honestly, since I found like lashing in like the beauty industry, like I would have been dropped out of college. Like, no shade.
Like, wait, so what did you guys study? I feel like for someone that's probably watching, that's probably curious about like, hey, like I want to start my small business, but I'm in college. I don't really know what to do. Like, what are you studying? Like, how did that correlate?
Let me just finish my thought because
go ahead,
before I forget it. The only reason why I kept going one of the reasons why I kept going was because of my mom.
Yeah.
Because we are first gen, and I'm like, okay, she really wants me to graduate college, like, so I have to do this. But like, if she didn't care about it, I probably would have dropped out, honestly, because I just felt like, well, I'm an integrated media major, and I minor in business, and I like the major. I've always wanted to be like
you were a what?
Integrated media.
Integrated media?
Yeah.
That's big. I don't know. That was just a big word.
It's big to me.
I was like, I don't know.
It's kind of general, but like when I transferred to Simmons, it's got more like specific.
Okay.
But that's what I liked it. That's why I like the major, because I'm like, okay, I am such an indecisive person. I like to do a lot of different things, and this major allows me to get creative and do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But UMass Amherst didn't really bring that out of me, because I felt like it was so high school, just because it was just big lectures, like school-wise. It was just big lectures, and I was just doing work just to pass the class. While, and it's just because the major was so big. So, there wasn't any small classes.
Yeah. Because my major was a small.
Exactly.
Like
journalism
department
is small.
Like, I mean, it was a big department, but there were bigger departments.
Yes.
So my classrooms were small.
Yeah.
The only big lectures that I had were my gen eds.
Yeah, because in Amherst, my major was just communications. That's all they had. Like there was nothing specific. So when I transferred to Simmons, there was like, I had to do a lot of different things. I had to take in graphic design. I took film and editing. I did audio. I took a digital marketing class. Like I did a lot of different things, and that's where I'm like, okay, maybe this degree is a little worth it now that I transferred.
You know,
so I'm gonna finish.
All you gotta do is communicate.
Yeah,
like, communications major.
Like no, but it was very hands on too. It's not like work that I'm doing every day just to pass it. Like I just have projects. Like mostly all my classes is just like project based, and I'm a very visual learner. Like I need to be doing something, because I just can't sit there and watch you talk for an hour or 2 hours, because I'm not getting anything. It's not getting in my brain.
I forgot what my
Dang, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, girl. It is okay. I think what you're saying kind of leads to my next question, though. Okay. So, like, we obviously, you know, talked about some of the challenges that y'all have come across, you know, starting your business while also being a full-time student in student period. So was it hard to maintain that motivation? Obviously, like, I know y'all from like the challenges that y'all just talked about. Obviously, like there were days where you were like, damn, this is kind of tough. But how did you know that I was like, nah, like I gotta keep going? Like, was there like a turning point? Like, how do y'all really maintain that motivation to, you know, keep showing up for your clients?
I feel like, and it's not just probably in my business, but like I guess in life in general. I have a little sister, so I feel like it's just a reminder, like constant reminder. She just be up my ass, like everywhere I look.
I
The
love
girl
your
is
little
right
sister.
there, so it's just like I can't like stop, like
Yeah.
because like what does it look to her like to see like oh your older sister's just she's just there, like like she's not doing anything, she's not motivated to do anything, so it's just like like a lot of the stuff that I do is because I know I have somebody watching me, and it's just like I can't have her watching me and I'm doing crazy stuff, like
no, that's so good.
So it's just like I think she's my motivation in itself, and obviously like I do it for me.
Feel about me.
I mean, well, and then it's like when she does good and stuff, it's just like damn, like
that was me.
That's me. Like I did that actually. Like even though you don't, I did that. Yeah. Like I cried at her graduation.
Oh really?
What? I was tearing up. I said, "Oh, this is embarrassing." It's like I gotta get out of here.
That's actually so funny because I'm the youngest.
Me
so
too.
It's like,
me too.
I don't have a motivation. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like my sisters and my twin sisters, love y'all down. Obviously they're always going to be my motivation. They're the people that I look up to. Yeah. But I never really.
It's a different form.
It's
but
a different form. That's actually a very beautiful answer. What about you?
I think in general, I've always been like independent and like hardworking. So same. I never really I was just like, I just got to keep going. That's it. Like, I just got to keep going. Even when I would have I was like an RA and I was lashing and I was going to school. Yes, my sophomore year. So that was like a lot on my plate because I was fully booked every single month. So I was taking like 13 clients a week while also doing what I had to do with the RA job that I had, and then also going to school. And I was that was a point where I was like, okay, I need to go back to Boston and I need to transfer out of here because I liked working a lot and I liked keeping myself busy, but I feel like I was losing time to like hang out with friends and like
your breather.
Yeah,
you needed, like a pause.
Yeah, so I was just like and I just felt like Amherst was very isolating for me because I was just in my room all the time. So I was like, okay, like something needs to change. Like I need to change my environment. And then even changing my environment was a whole challenge in itself as well because it's like I started my business here. These are all my clients. I'm taking my business somewhere else where not a lot of people live in Boston. Not a lot of my clients from Amherst live in Boston. Yeah. So now I have to restart basically my whole clientele. And I'm starting a new school, so I have to like figure out how I'm gonna do this. Yeah, and then later on I was lashing at home, but then later on I moved into a med spa. So then there was like things going on over there. It was a lot very quickly where I was like, okay, now I need to go to therapy because not in a bad way, but in a way.
Therapy is not bad.
Yeah.
Girl. It is not bad.
Not in a bad way, but in a way that it's just like I'm doing a lot and I need to like kind of like how do you say compartmentalize? How do you say that?
I know what you're saying,
but
I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to say it right either. But I know, you don't know what she's talking about.
Compartmentalize?
That's a big word for Elmo.
I don't know how to say it, but like I had to like.
That's why Elmo didn't say the word.
I don't know how else to explain it. Like I don't know what other word to use, but like I had to figure my life out. Yeah,
and that's okay. And I think that's the beauty in it because like I said, like you have to start from nothing to get somewhere, and if you do start from something, like feel blessed. You are God's favorite because these are the hardships that. I didn't even know you went through. Like, I knew, like, after UMass Amherst, like, obviously you had to build your clientele up from scratch. Yeah. And that was also interesting to see from outside looking in because I seen you putting in that pain.
Girl, I had to pay actual rent now because I wasn't paying rent in the dorm, but I was somewhere I had to pay rent every month.
These are the types of conversations that I want people to have because essentially what it does, it like coming into this podcast, I didn't think about like I'm starting from nothing. Yeah. Like I don't have a full-time job. Like I'm doing this because I love it. You guys are doing this because you love it. Yeah. And I think that's what I want you guys to acknowledge too, that if it's something that you love, it's going to be hard. in the beginning.
And you might not love it.
And you might not love it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you may have to reach a point where you are going to hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
But I think those moments should be the moments where you have the most faith.
Yeah.
Where you have, like, your motivation is at its peak.
Because it's like, if you stop, then you're never going to get nowhere.
You're never going to get nowhere. And I feel like for me, like, you know, like coming into this podcast, like I said, I've obviously had my doubts. But I think after my first episode dropped, I received so much love.
Yeah.
I received so much love. Like, girl, like, you seen it? You seen the episode? Did you see the part when I did this? Like, I think those moments, and then people saying, like, girl, like, I loved your episode. Yeah. Like, I love the work that you do. I love the way you speak. That kind of kept me, like,
yeah, I commented on the video, and I seen comments.
Yes, thank you so much. And I think we have to keep reminding ourselves that we are going to be in a space where we're like, damn, like, I don't feel like I'm enough. Before we wrap it up, you know, obviously this episode is about a letter to our younger selves and a letter to our future selves too. I feel like we talked about, you know, where we see ourselves briefly about that. But I guess my last question is, if you could write a letter to your high school self, what are some of the things you'd say?
I would just say that things are going to play out how they're supposed to. Obviously, in the moment, it's not going to be what you wanted it to be, or it's not going to be what you planned out, you know, planned in your head. Because I'm a very, like, atypical person, like, A, B, C, like, this is how it's going to go. But life doesn't work like that. So just, you know, trust the process and be who you are, and unapologetically, obviously. Like, you don't got to explain yourself to nobody.
Yeah.
And just do what you love and stay true to that. And then in the end, like, things will work out how it's supposed to be. Nothing's ever as deep as it seems. Like,
that's a good one too.
It's never that serious. Like, stuff can always go, it could go left or it can go right. And what determines that is your energy that you put into it.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
what I would say is to, like, I agree with you, like, trust the process, trust God, trust yourself. And another thing, like, nothing is, it's, what is it, not too deep?
It's not as deep as it seems.
It's not as deep as it seems, and everything will work out eventually. Just, like, stay focused on what your goals are. What do you, like, where do you see yourself in a couple years? How do you want to get there? And, like, no dream is too big. I feel like that's a big one, because as, like, first generations, we'll think, like, oh my God, like, I don't know if I can do this because, like, no one around me has ever done this. So I don't know if I can even take it there. Like, no, like, take the chance, take the risk, and, like, believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you. So you need to believe in yourself, and
gotta be delusional. Stay delusional.
You stay delusional. I love staying delusional. Stay delusional to the end.
Not too much though.
And not too much though. And love whoever loves you, you know? Yeah.
I love that. For me, a letter to my high school self. Girl, slow down. Okay? you're moving too fast. Okay?
That's real.
I ain't laughed since because ain't funny. But moral of the story, I think what I want to tell little Giuliani is, girl, I know you had to grow up a little faster than others. And that is okay. But not everybody has to understand that part of you. Not everybody will understand that part of you. As you get older, and as right now I am older, be patient. Be patient, girl, because there's a lot of good things coming for you. And I feel like I was in that state where I didn't really know. And I really was just like, and I feel like I am kind of like, I don't really know what's going on in my life and my future. And I think that's what's beautiful about life. Life is so unexpected. But moral of the story, be patient, trust yourself, love yourself. Love yourself. Don't love yourself for other people. Love yourself for you. Okay? Slow down and live life for what it is. Because, girl, when life hits, it's going to hit. It's
sure.
gonna hit.
One thing going to do is going to hit.
It's gonna hit. It's not just them damn bills. It's everything in itself. We are coming to the end of the episode. I want to say thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
We didn't realize that we've been yapping for like an hour and some change.
Like, just been talking.
This is what I love about podcasts and episodes, period.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, we have these conversations and I'm just so comfortable with you guys. And like, this is what I want. Like, I want people, like whoever's watching, like to feel comfortable, to feel like you right here. Like, girl, there's a spot here for you. You know, like this is what I love. And I appreciate you guys for coming. Love you guys so much. And I wish you guys the best of luck in your future endeavors with your businesses and your personal life as well. Yeah. Keep going to therapy.
Thank you.
So
I need to book my appointment. Actually, I'm going to go do it right now, actually.
Well, y'all, that wraps up your second letter. Again, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the conversation that we had today. I hope this letter resonated with you, like I said previously. And I hope you come back because we do have a lot to talk about, okay? There will be more letters coming. Stay tuned for these next coming episodes. Again, if you want to come up on here and we want to chat, like, we could do this again, you know? Anything like that. If you haven't already, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Share my channel with your friend because you always got to tell a friend at the end of the day, okay? And I hope to see you next time, girl love, because we do have a lot to unfold, okay? Okay. All right, y'all. See you next time. Sincerely, Giuliani. All right, let's do 1, 2, 3. That's a wrap.